What's going on, guys? Welcome to Jailbreak Weekly, episode number 36. I have my two lovely co-hosts on with me today, Mr. Andy Hoff. What's going on, Andy?
Not much. I'm very happy to be here. How you doing, David?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited for my day to come because it's going to be a lot of fun, but we'll get into that eventually. My next co-host that I have as well is Mr. Justin Wack. What's up, Justin?
Not too much. It's currently like 11 p.m. and I am still kicking, so it's good. It's good. Just kicking off the weekend with the podcast, and I'm really excited about this. So I just want to mention that this is an extremely late hour, but if you do want to interact with us, you can do so in the chat. If you're watching live, you can mention us on Twitter at JB_weekly. And if you're watching this live, you can also use the hashtag you can also use the hashtag JB_live. Was it?
We usually use hashtag
Jailbreak
Jailbreak
Live. There we go. Jailbreak Live. Okay.
It's all one word, Jailbreak.
Okay. Maybe I'm not kicking too good at it.
Well, you know what? It's understandable because it's pretty late, so we'll deal with what we can,
Oh yeah.
do here. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty eventful week, I'd say, in terms of jailbreaking. I mean, we actually missed last week, so we have a little bit of stuff to catch up on. But it's been good lately in the jailbreak scene. So do you guys just want to jump right into the news?
Yes. Well, this is something I'm really looking forward to. JailbreakCon has officially announced it where their venue is going to be this year.
Awesome.
And it's somewhere a little different that they haven't traditionally done. And it's going to be hosted at Make School. So we heard rumors of this from sources, but we didn't know for sure where it was going to be hosted, so we didn't want to say anything. And then now they publicly announced it, so that's kind of cool, I think. Make School is like a university for... or I wouldn't call it a university, but it's like you get a degree there, and it's for programming. So there's going to be a really concentrated level of geekery, so to speak, and yeah, it's going to be great. I like this as a venue. Eric, who
I
used to be on the podcast,
Is he listening right now?
I think so, but yeah, he's actually one of the people I think who helped put this together because he used to go to Make School, so I think he helped to get this done. So shout out to him. But yeah, I think that overall, I think it's going to be a nice JailbreakCon this year for sure, as long as we have a jailbreak, and I'm really hoping.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I think, again, I just want to reiterate, I think Make School's a great fit for JailbreakCon. Again, it's this ultimate spot of geekery, so I think it will fit right in JailbreakCon. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a jailbreak before then. Something tells me we won't, unfortunately. I just have this awful gut feeling
don't
that we won't.
say these things.
Well, but then here's another thing that's pretty interesting is what if a jailbreak gets announced at JailbreakCon? What if Craig can pull some strings and have the jailbreak be announced at JailbreakCon? I know it's a little far-fetched, especially with the fact.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Somehow I doubt it, but we can always...
you never know. I just don't think he has those connections, but hey, I could be completely wrong.
No, I hope I'm wrong. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, my microphone fell. I hope that's the case. But you know what, though? That being said, like with a jailbreak, it's looking easier to jailbreak iOS 9.3, and it's kind of an odd thing that's been going on, and we've been hearing some rumors about this. So what's going on, guys?
So it's actually 9.3.1 in particular.
Oh, 9.3.1.
So basically,
okay.
Yeah, no worries. So basically, iOS 9.3.1 allows the use of revoked enterprise certificates. This is extremely strange. For one, because it's a security vulnerability that Apple intentionally patched back on iOS 8.1 a long time ago. And it's strange, for one, that they'd bring it back, and also that they'd bring it back with such a minor update as 9.3.1. So essentially, many people know this as the date trick when you're installing many third-party apps from Safari, either emulators, outdated games, anything like that. And this is also, as a matter of fact, what the Pengu team used in their iOS 7.1 jailbreak tool.
Oh man!
So exactly, and this could potentially be used for future jailbreaks. Now we're not sure if this loophole is going to remain in iOS. We're not sure if it was an accident, but that date trick does work with revoked enterprise certificates for whatever reason as of now. So
Right.
We don't really know what the implications this is going to have on jailbreaking, but it's certainly, I think, another vulnerability that could be utilized.
You know what? I think this is actually quite big. I really think that if we're going to see a jailbreak, it's going to be on 9.3.1 just because of this. And I could be completely off base with that, but that is my personal opinion on this. And I think that 9.3.1, if you're on a lower version, you might as well stay on it until just before the window is about to close for 9.3.1. If it ever does close before iOS 10. But otherwise, I mean, I think that currently has the best shot out of any of the... Oh, man, we're on quite a few operating systems that haven't been jailbroken here.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's see if we can name all of them. Let's see. We got 9.2, 9.2.1, 9.3,
9.3.1, and wasn't 9.1? Oh no, we have a jailbreak for that. Yeah, you're right.
And
So
9.3.2 beta. So we got quite a lot of firmwares that haven't been jailbroken yet, and I don't know for sure, but I think this is like record breaking in terms of firmwares that haven't been jailbroken.
yeah, it's got to be close. Yeah. Note to self: do not shatter iPhone screen when jailbroken ever again.
Yeah, note to self: do not install things that can make your phone boot loop and have you, basically have to forfeit your jailbreak for 6 months because that's.
See, I'm over here with a jailbroken phone.
You know what?
Jailbroken iPod. I'm just chilling.
Okay.
Stop talking.
Note to David: don't throw iPhone in shower unless it's Andy's.
Oh, well,
Unless it's Andy. Oh, that's funny. Answering someone's question in the chat, I was just going to say, he just said, should I stay on 9.2 or update? Justin, talked about this a few minutes ago, and I'll just briefly touch back on it, is that you should always, no matter what, even now, just because we have not had a jailbreak in a long time, and we don't really know, like, we're saying, our best bet, we think anyway, could be 9.3.1. We don't know that to be a fact because these guys they keep proving that they do whatever they want regardless of what anyone thinks. So we could think that there's a 9.3.1 jailbreak coming, but instead it's 9.2 or 9.2.1.
Always stay on the lowest OS.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the answer is always stay on the lowest possible firmware. So if you're on 9.2, stay there. Don't update until we know more about a jailbreak.
And also, I just wanted to add, so Pengu's vulnerabilities that they utilized in their iOS 7.1.x tool, that particular enterprise certificate, was patched in iOS 8.0. Now, the date trick still works in 8.0, but just for other specific certificates, if that makes any sense. So it's not like they could just use the same.
So it's just kind of like the date trick was brought back for like things like emulators and stuff, but it's not really used
again,
yet.
There's still a hole for a jailbreak.
I just had this thought. What if you will have to set your device to January 1st, 1970 if you want a jailbreak? How ironic would that be?
That would actually be really funny.
Well, the thing is, Apple actually doesn't let you do that anymore. I think that the limit is 2,000.
What?
Could be wrong.
What?
They fixed
sucks.
it, so
that sucks.
What can you
fixed
say?
it in like 9.3.
Dang it!
I think.
That's a shame.
9.3.
Yeah,
they fixed it in a software update.
Oh, that would be the most twisted, ironic thing ever, though. Like.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you could still do it for like 9.2 and 9.2.1.
Yeah. But they don't.
But it's just malicious. You're just breaking people's phones.
But they don't have
that. Just a PSA: do not set your date. Everyone listening to 1970.
No.
It will brick your device.
Okay. Well, you know what won't break your device is the tweaks that we're about to go over. So what do we got, Andy?
Smooth transition. So we have lots of awesome tweaks to talk about. So let's just jump straight in. So first up, we have TinyPlayer Lite. This one's available for free. And this basically is a mini player inspired tweak for iOS 9. So mini player is a tweak that was designed by Shernix and developed by NPow. It basically brought the iTunes style mini player from the desktop OS to your iPhone or your iPad. And unfortunately, I didn't realize this, but it has not been updated for iOS 9. So this tweak provides a alternative for that. It's a little bit different in the way that it works, but it's very similar. It's basically a free-floating little, box on your screen that shows you you're currently playing music. There's a night mode. There's a light mode. And of course, you have your skip controls. There's various tap and hold gestures and double tap gestures to do certain things. It's a really awesome tweak. And although it is incredibly appealing, it's not something I would use because Control Center includes these controls. But I think it's something that a lot of people could appreciate. So what do you guys think?
Yeah,
It's
I kind of have to
interesting.
agree with you there, Andy. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
What about you,
it's-
David?
It's interesting, not really something I would use because I'm just so accustomed to using the just regular old, way to play it from Control Center going into the application. Or a lot of the time, when I'm managing playing a song, I'll do it just directly from the lock screen because, with iOS 9,
Right.
you can plug in your headphones and it'll just automatically start playing media. So it's just kind of one of those things that I guess I got spoiled with iOS 9. I just have gotten accustomed to doing it. So as of right now, just because of everything that's on iOS 9, I don't really see myself using this.
I gotcha. I mean, there's definitely use cases for it. For example, if you're interacting with an app, for example, let's say I'm in Safari, I'm scrolling constantly up and down pages, navigating websites, and maybe I want to continuously I want to control my music on the same screen without having to evoke Control Center. This is just something that's always going to be on your screen. You can't hide it with an activator gesture, but again, if you have a large screen device and you want to just utilize some extra space and keep that there at all times, this could be something for you.
Yeah, you know what? And I can see how it would be appealing. I mean, especially if you're a person who shares. I can see, for example, like if you're a person who shares a music account, and so all the stuff on your phone might not necessarily be everything that you like, and you have to skip songs fairly frequently.
I gotcha.
I could see like a scenario like that, but yeah, just for me personally, it's not really my cup of tea.
Gotcha. I mean, and something else to note is Mini Player. It had this cool feature where you could like snap it to the side of the screen.
Yeah,
Kind of have it like hide. This is more of a free floating interface. Like you could still drag it, off to the side, but it doesn't snap in like the same springy way. So it's not quite as impressive as Mini Player is, but it's the next best thing for iOS 9. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and it's free. There is a pro version coming soon that I hopefully will add some new features. We don't have that much intel on that, but
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be released I'm pretty sure I saw this on Reddit that it's going to be released when a new jailbreak drops, or maybe that was another tweak. I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure. But
whatever happened
yeah.
to that Aki update? Speaking of Cyrenix tweets,
That's true. I
right,
wondered
that's
about
true.
that.
I feel like he's probably waiting for either new
yeah.
jailbreak or iOS 10
or JailbreakCon
or
again.
or JailbreakCon
Oh,
again.
man, I can't tell you.
That
That'd
would be
awesome.
classic. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Well,
anyone
but
who
see-
doesn't know, the original Aki had this
Yeah.
awesome JailbreakCon launch. It was so Apple-like. And
It was
Steve Jobs-like.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It was
incredible.
The
beautiful.
One More Thing-esque type thing where he
Oh,
actually
man.
did that, and it was so... I'm sure if you were there personally, it would have been all that more magical, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But it was pretty magical
nice.
on the live stream, watching it. Watching it go down live from a computer was also all the more magical. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping in a few more years it either comes to the East Coast or I could somehow get over to San Francisco to go, but
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, let's not talk about, that. Let's talk about something, something that will cheer everybody up, and that is the next tweak, right?
Yes, definitely. It will cheer everybody up, and it's called Phenomenon because it's
Oh,
so
man.
Because it's such
Oh,
a
man.
phenomenon.
It's
That
epic.
is actually that's a sweet name. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
It is
See,
beautiful, and it's a sweet
what did I
tweak.
tell you? It cheers everybody up. There you go. I did
And this
my
is
job.
an extremely powerful multitasking tweak.
It's
Essentially,
phenomenal.
it is. It's phenomenal.
Phenomenon
It's
is
self-explanatory.
phenomenal.
Yes,
I think
there
our
you
job
go.
is done here. It's phenomenal.
That should be our title. That would be too hard of a title, though. Phenomenon
phenomenal.
is
I can't even
Phenomenon
spell.
is
Yeah, that's-
phenomenal.
That's just like a tongue a tongue twister.
Phenomenon is phenomenal. I can't do it. Phenomenon is phenomenal. Phenomenon is phenomenal.
Anyway, so what does this tweak do? That's the most important thing, right?
So it's essentially a multitasking replacement. So it's a new take on the app switcher. Basically, you could either evoke it with a double press of the home button, of course, or you could use the 3D touch gesture on the iPhone 6s on the side of the screen. And basically how it works is the app switcher cards, the app previews, are stored on the left side of the screen, and you scroll vertically up and down, which is new.
Whoa.
You can tap on the apps, switch to them, and you could slide to the left to kill the apps. And off to the side, you can have like a preview of the home screen, which is not functional, but it's just kind of there. And then you could slide down on the home screen card, and you have the control center. And this is all, it's so hard to explain because everything is on the screen at once. You have the left sidebar, then you have the control center, and everything is just, it's perfect. It's like it's kind of similar to Oxo in the sense that it combines control center and app switcher. But it's a brand new design, and it's just really, really innovative, and a lot of work was put into it. So essentially, you could have your app switcher, your control center open, and it has this new vertical scrolling view. And the control center is kind of shrunken down because it's just allocated to one corner. So for the toggles, you could scroll to the left and right to see different things.
Now you can have those open at the same time, you mean? So the
yeah,
app switcher and the control center can be... Oh, wow. Okay, well that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, it's a brand new take.
Is there... This would be, I mean, this is definitely like a cool tweak, but honestly, for me, this is like a make or break for like a multitasking tweak. Can you kill all apps by just one individual button?
You can, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Basically,
okay.
Because if it didn't have that, that was like a make or break thing for me. Just because it's so easy to just press, like for example, with Oxo, swiping up and pressing that X. It's so easy to just do that and kill all of the apps that are open.
Yes, so exactly, and it's even better because it uses a 3D touch gesture on the app switcher side.
Oh, nice!
And it kills everything, so it's not the tap and hold, so you're not going to accidentally do it.
Sounds really nice, yeah.
This is by far, I think.
Why could Apple not implement that? Like, really? Yeah. Why is it so hard to implement a 3D touch gesture to kill all apps?
Like, I feel like that might be something that it seems like maybe that might be something that we might work towards in 10. I don't know. Probably not, because Apple never likes to
iOS has been around for 9 cycles, and they still haven't added.
Like yeah, I know. No, but I'm saying, well, another thing is they haven't, been able to provide, a quick way to launch the, the multi-center without having to, double press your home button. So...
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that's the next step. I don't know. That's
For a second, I thought you were going to say they haven't found a way to provide native Grabby board support, but...
Well, that
Grabby board support.
They always like to tease me because of this jailbreak tweak that I used to, literally always talk about because...
You still always talk about.
You still always talk about
it. I know. Hey, you've grown past it. And you know what? It's an awesome tweak. It's just... it is what it is. But
although it's not quite phenomenal like this tweak is.
And I gotta say, this tweak, I think phenomenal might be in the top. I think easily
Phenomenon?
In the past 2 months, I think it's the best tweak that we've seen.
Yeah. And how much is this, Andy? How much is phenomenal?
Okay, so this is another rant that I have. But I believe it's $2.99. But I can't check right now because Cydia doesn't tell you the price of something after you've purchased it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. See, it's the same deal with the App Store, too.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
It's the same deal with the App Store.
Don't they know that media needs the prices sometimes? Or,
I will say this.
I don't even think they think about it, honestly. I think they're just okay, well, once you have it, you don't really need the price of it anyway, so...
That's true, but okay, so what I often have to do, and this is what I am going to have to do with this tweak, is if I'm going to record a video about it or if I'm going to podcast about it, and for the show notes, which we will put the price in the show notes, by the way, or the video description, I have to go hunting around the internet, scouring it for the price. But I will say this, I understand that Soric, it's probably not his priority, and that's completely a reasonable thing. He has tons of other stuff he should be worrying about, so I'm not gonna give him
why don't you just check your PayPal history, though, Andy, instead of looking on the internet?
You could do that, or instead of doing that, what you could do is just if you think about buying the tweak, you could just write down the price, and then
I know.
once you have it, you
Yeah.
know how much it
I used to do
costs.
screenshots, but I was so excited about this tweak I couldn't control myself. Like,
You really thought it was just going to be that phenomenal?
and it was.
It is. You know what? This sounds like honestly, I think I would use this. I really can see myself using this.
I would too. It's just like I would try it on my iPod too, but some of these tweaks have some of these features. For example, this tweak in general, that like it's just if you don't have 3-touch, it's like it's missing an element in the tweak.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not going to get the
Not
full
necessarily.
experience. Is my point if I use it on my iPod.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I'm so hesitant to using it. On my iPod.
There's also it vibrates when you open it with the 3D touch gesture. It also vibrates when you double click. There's an option in the settings to kind of configure that, but yeah, I don't know, it's very well optimized. I'm surprised that this tweak wasn't held off until a new jailbreak, because that's what a lot of developers are doing. You know, they have these big tweaks and they're holding off.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But I think that is generally, unfortunately, it's kind of the more logical perspective.
It
but
makes more sense when you think about it because, like, for example, me and Justin both don't have a jailbreak on our primary device. Like, I mean, he doesn't have a jailbreak at all, but I kind of got a little bit lucky with my iPod.
Well, no, I do. I just don't have one on
Well,
9.
not on 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Not on 9. But that's the issue is that, like, a lot of people, because there's been firmwares and firmwares and firmwares that don't have a jailbreak, there have been a lot of people that are kind of stuck in the middle like us. They're just waiting for somebody to release something. So that's kind of like, it makes more logical sense for a dev to be like, wait, we're going to do better with this tweak. Like, the tweak is going to do better.
Exactly. There's going to be
if
more
it
downloads,
launches,
more money,
yeah.
you know? Oh, and by the way, $2.99 confirmed. I just
Perfect.
scoured the
Okay.
internet and I found it.
Okay.
So that's Phenomenon,
There you go.
you said?
I think is it Phenomenon or
Phenomenon.
Yeah, Phenomenon.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and I tell you, this is an epic tweak. Like I am gonna make a video featuring this tweak eventually. So we'll drop that in the show notes. But it's just, you know, you got to see this in action in order to truly admire it. But it's
If I had my
awesome tweak.
6S, if I had my 6S still jailbroken, I would do a video.
Yeah.
But I just,
I know.
and he's been pushing me to do a video.
I've been harassing
should
David to make
see.
videos because he still
Oh
has a
my God.
jailbroken iPod Touch. You know, he could still make videos. But
Yeah.
You guys actually should see it. It's really funny. Like, he'll FaceTime me and he'll be like, "Are you working on a video?" I'll be like, "No." "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm watching Supernatural." And he'll just like sit there and laugh at me. And then he's like, "Work on a video. Just do a tweak recap. Do what I used to do." And then I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that." I just like, I don't. It's just like I feel like it would make so much more sense to just wait until there's a new jailbreak out that I can take advantage of on my 6S, and then put those tweaks all in a video. I know it's just
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a market, but you know, I understand your perspective. I do.
Yeah,
I see it.
I do, but at the same time, make a video.
Yes, make a video.
Okay,
know,
But anyways,
I think
Phenomenon $2.99.
I think our episode title is going to be David needs to make a video. I think,
or just
that
make a
should
video.
be-
No, it should just be make a video exclamation mark.
Yeah, actually, that works too. So what do we got next for tweets?
So next up we have SwipyFolders. This one's available for free.
Ah, the old alcove dev concept.
SwipyFolders.
SwipyFolders, yes.
Wait, so do you guys want to actually know something? I don't know. I think this might have been like the original tweak might have been somebody else's, but you guys remember the whole situation where we were last year, right? How I'm not going to mention names, but the whole alcove dev situation.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
basically the Alcove Dev team was a dev team that essentially kind of dropped off the face of the map. We're not going to get into it, but I think they were the people who came up with the idea for this tweak initially. I'm not positive, but I think so.
Yeah, if you go, well,
Yeah.
I actually have a review of their tweak, of Alcove Dev Team's tweak, and I think I got it early, too, from what I remember. I think it was like a preview. So if you want, I don't even think it ever actually released on Cydia. But if you want to see that, if you want to see like a preview of what it actually did, what this tweak did, the Alcove Dev Team one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how similar it is, but
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. I mean,
Anyway,
we'll
so-
throw it on there.
So what does
This tweak
SwipyFolders do?
essentially,
Yeah.
so essentially, this iOS 9 SwipyFolders allows you to basically navigate your folders in a new, innovative way. So it's really hard to explain. So essentially, there are several different gestures you could set up to use on your folders, new gestures. So after you install the tweak, you go into the settings, you open up the tweak, and you have single tap, swipe up, double tap, short hold, or 3D touch. And you could assign certain things to happen when you do those things. And the options that you have are open the folder, open the first app in the folder, open the second app, or do nothing. So essentially, I have it set right now. So when I tap a folder, it's going to open the first app in that folder. And then if I 3D touch on the folder, it's going to actually open the folder.
Ooh,
and
nice.
if I swipe up, it'll open the second app. So it's basically just like a quick way to access apps within your folders with, different gestures. And it's also, for example, because I have it set so when I tap the first app, or when I tap the folder, it'll launch the first app. It has a cool little indicator, it's a folder, but then there's an app within the folder. It's like within the folder logo, there's the app logo.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
That's
It's just
cool.
kind of a cool way to navigate your photos. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is, as you're describing it. See, I think mainly it's that same type of idea. It's just
Same idea,
completely built on, and it's like 1,000,000,000% better than theirs was. I'll tell you the truth, theirs was like really buggy from what I remember. It wasn't that great. And it sounds like this is pretty seamless, and it sounds like it's really nice to use.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just it helps you get to those apps faster in folders.
Yeah, and 3D touch like makes it like better, I guess I could say. I just like the concept alone was pretty cool, but now because you could like 3D touch on a folder and make it do a specific action now with this tweak, it's just all the more better because it just enhances the tweak already that was already there previously and makes it even better.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing with 3D touch. It's a brand new way of interacting with your device, so it just adds that other gesture. So, what do you think, Justin?
Yeah, honestly, I sort my folders like so every year when I get a new iPhone, or every time I get a new iPhone, I do a completely fresh install of everything. So that means apps, that means like everything. So because of that, I have to resort my apps into folders every year. Now I have like 250 apps.
Jeez.
So that takes a long
lot of
time to
apps.
sort. But
Yeah,
the nice thing is that when I sort them, what I do is I sort them by, I say, okay, the ones that I most use, I'm going to put, first, second, third, fourth, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so that's where, for me, opening the first app in a folder or the second app in a folder could be huge because, for example, I have a folder for my social stuff, so like messages, phone, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. So the messages is my first app in the folder. So having that shortcut to go straight to messages
It
would
would
be
save
really
a lot
nice.
of time for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, and it looks good too. For visuals, like it does. It's not like it looks hacky or anything. It looks like if Apple were to do something like this, it would work.
So does this? I guess this works on non-3D touch devices. I guess
Yeah.
it's just the 3D touch. I guess
Gesture. Yeah,
gesture
essentially, you
doesn't
just
really-
don't have 3D
yeah.
touch.
Yeah,
I mean,
otherwise you
that's
have
just
the
one
functionality.
small, way of interacting with it. And I believe you could use a tweak like Reveal Menu or force you to use this to make it work, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
See, it's interesting because there was another. I think the last show that we did, there was I forget what it was called. I've been playing around with this one, and Andy forever has been wanting me to make a video about this one. I forget exactly what it's called. It's
Exto?
Yeah,
That's probably what it
Exto.
is. Yeah.
You tap and hold on the folder, and there's like all these app shortcuts that come up.
Yeah,
The
just
apps
all
are in
the apps
folder.
fan out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really cool from a visual standpoint. It looks really nice. But it's kind of, I guess, I don't know why, but it's just like all of a sudden these folder tweaks are coming out.
Yeah, and I like that because that's an area that I think City Tweaks haven't really tapped into. So it seems like there's this wave of them. So it's awesome. It's a new thing that I think definitely could use work because they're oversimplified, if you ask me. So I appreciate these tweaks.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, once again, SwipyFolders, it's free, and I think that's a steal. Honestly, this could easily be like a $4.99 tweak. So
What a name, though.
definitely check it out.
SwipyFolders.
I like it. Like,
Pay
I do.
the people big bucks that decided to name it SwipyFolders.
Yeah. Well, again, free, so you can't go wrong. So next up, we have BounceEffects, and I bet you can't guess what this does.
Wait, you like totally skipped a tweak.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did? Oh, I did. Yes, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, isn't he going to talk about this one? And then you just completely changed it. I was
Yeah,
like,
okay, so
wait.
we'll talk about BounceEffects in a second. We'll talk about SwitchHUD now. This one's available for free as well. Lots of free tweaks this week. Essentially, SwitchHUD is a watered-down version of Volume Mixer 2, which we talked about on last week's show. In the circumstance that I use to kind of showcase the use of this tweak is, for example, let's say you're listening to music on your device and you want to adjust the ringer volume. If you just started hitting the volume buttons, obviously it's going to adjust the media volume because that's what you're doing right now. Essentially, how this works is you go into Activator, you choose Switch HUD for a particular gesture, and then when you perform that gesture, it's going to temporarily switch your ringer, or temporarily switch your volume button controls to your ringer. And your music will still be playing, it's just temporarily switches it to the ringer, so you can readjust it and then reset the activator.
This sounds like it's a little bit different than the one we talked about a couple weeks ago, and it sounds like it's a little less full-featured, but at the same time, it is it is free, so you have to give them props for making that. So it's kind of
like
free.
They just yanked, because this definitely, like, the actual tweak, like Volume Mixer 2 did, like, definitely more than this, right?
Yeah, essentially, Volume Mixer 2 provided you with a panel with a bunch of sliders.
Okay.
This just switches between ringer and volume.
So
and there's no GUI. It's just kind of stock looking.
So they basically just stripped out the functionality of Volume Mixer 2 and then made it really, really simple. So
yeah, and I'm not sure which one came first, though. Like, I don't know about that, because they kind of came out at the same time. But
yeah.
If you just want this feature, there's no reason to get Volume Mixer 2, because
Right.
this provides it for free. So why not?
Yeah.
And again, it's Switch HUD. So
now we can talk about what you were so eagerly awaiting talking about.
BounceEffects, yes.
That you had to
Oh,
skip
man.
over the other one entirely.
Man, really hard to figure out what that one does.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly. So it essentially provides bounce effects to when you launch apps, close apps, and unlock your device. It's this really goofy effect.
Yeah. The really
essentially
weird
like
part... I was just going to say, I'm sorry. The really weird part is I tried this on both my iPad and on my iPod, and both times it didn't work. So I don't know why.
Really?
And the weird part is I had it on my iPad on iOS 8, and then I thought, okay, it's probably just a bug with iOS 8. It must not work like fully with iOS 8. Then I tried it on my iPod on iOS 9, and it wasn't working. So I don't know if I don't know what was going on. Maybe I had it like functioning the wrong way. And I like resprung and had one enabled at a time, because it basically, I think like one of the things with this tweak is it won't work unless you have one switch enabled at a time. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, just generally, if you're having trouble with tweaks, I always recommend going into the settings, toggling everything off, turning it back on, then respringing. That seems to work. But essentially, yeah, it just provides this cool bounce effect. When you unlock your device, it's just kind of this different little effect. Like some of the icons come in and they kind of like spring back and forth, and then when you jump in an app, it just kind of wiggles a little bit when it comes into frame. It's a cool effect, and if you're going for the effect of kind of showing people what a jailbreak could do, this is great. But it would personally annoy me on a regular basis because it slows down the animation a considerable amount. But that's completely up to your preference, and it's cool. It's showy. So why not? I guess, and it's free too, so I can't really complain too much.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on this one. Not personally a fan. I don't know if I could ever see myself using this, but hey, it works, right? So
exactly. Yeah, and I don't know, David. It's see, I have all the switches enabled right now, so I don't think it only requires one. But
right.
Yeah, it's strange. It could have to do with your display size, because I'm on a plus-sized iPhone and you're on a smaller device, so
right. Maybe it does. Who knows? Or maybe I just have to go in and reinstall stuff, and sometimes it's weird. Sometimes if you go out, uninstall stuff, and then just reinstall stuff and respring, it'll just work.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So that's BounceEffects. So we have one more tweak to talk about, and this is NowPlayingSB. This one's available for free as well. And this is a very simple tweak. It essentially will put the currently playing song, the name of the song, and the artist in the status bar. And it essentially rotates that. So first it'll show you the artist, then it'll rotate to the song, then it'll rotate back to the time, and it'll just kind of circle those three things. So free tweak, and it just kind of provides another way of being aware of what you're listening to, I guess.
I wish that you could have the choice to like choose which item on the status bar rotates. That's a good idea. If you don't want your time to rotate, maybe have like the orientation locked icon or your battery indicator or whatever rotate, because I'm looking at the time fairly frequently on my phone, and I feel like I'd get annoyed with having it pop up with music stuff.
That's true, but you also have to keep in mind, I mean, it's a matter of space. Like, I think with some of the smaller icons, there might not be enough space to kind of put that whole title there, so... the time that there's a gap between, there's a bigger gap between the time and the battery indicator, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I feel like it might be too cramped if they decided to do it somewhere else, but
yeah, true, very true, yeah.
But I guess they could provide the option. I guess it wouldn't hurt.
How much is this free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it's free too, right? Like, you can't really criticize if it's free.
Right.
Exactly. Any thoughts, David?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like a good tweak. It seems like it would be really nice.
Straightforward, yeah.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I just said it's pretty straightforward, so
yeah,
not really much to say.
No, yeah, it seems like it'd be a cool tweak. I haven't used it myself, but yeah. Anyway, it is time for our
highly anticipated thing.
Highly anticipated.
Let me, start that over. It is time for our highly anticipated section of the podcast. Drum roll, please. No drum roll. Okay.
The drum roll is currently having technical difficulties.
Okay. It is time for the question of the week. So, Justin, take it away.
Okay. Now, tell me if this is too easy, you guys. But... in honor of a certain someone on this podcast being obsessed with a certain grabby board tweak, when was grabby board released?
Ooh, I know this one.
I could tell you the month. I couldn't tell you the...
When was it released?
Contact us on Twitter at Jailbreak or
at JB
underscore weekly.
I know. I'm not getting used to that.
And
I don't know
if
why.
anyone is currently in the chat, you can also message us in the chat, and we will let you know if you got it right.
Yeah. But there's like one person watching live right now.
Yeah,
so
that's the problem when you podcast at like 1 in the morning Eastern time. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It'll be in the podcast app. It'll be
live, and I mean, we're sorry guys. We had some scheduling conflicts, and this was the best we could do. So, we tried.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that pretty much wraps up the show. I don't know what you guys have anything else.
One parting remark I wanted to say: happy 1-year anniversary to the entire Jailbreak Weekly crew.
Dang, yeah.
We've been going 36 episodes strong so far. I know it doesn't seem like a year, obviously, because there's only been 36 episodes. But yeah, it's mainly because here and there we've missed some episodes. But I can't believe it's been a year, guys. It's just insane.
It seems like we just started to me, but
yeah.
And it's been fun, I think, we've all had a good time. We've all learned a lot, so it's been a good experience for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the biggest thing for me is seeing how much our user base. We started from 0, and we're slowly starting to grow our listener base, right? So, and for me, that really means a lot. That we have people who are willing to listen, and like again, we do this for the benefit of the community. So it really means a lot when we see. You guys interacting with us on Twitter, you guys interacting with us on, the chat, whatever it may be, like, we're happy to interact back with you guys. Like, we're part of the community just as much as you guys are.
Yeah, so. Actually, I was just thinking of this because only the original people that were on, and you guys can find the answer of this, like, if you really tried hard enough, but this is for like extra credit. Bonus question because it's a year anniversary.
Oh man.
Who was the person that randomly interrupted us the first ever recording of our podcast? And it's not Jailbreak Weekly. It was a different show.
Oh my god, no, that
Jailbreak
okay.
us. Jailbreak
Oh my
us.
god, yeah.
If you know
Now
that,
it's not
you
even on our
guys-
YouTube channel, so
yeah.
you're gonna have to hunt around on the internet for this. This is like a ridiculous question. No one ever's gonna get this. So I'm sorry.
I, just,
in
I
advance.
had to.
I'm
I saw
sorry.
the opportunity. I had to. Go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, someone randomly interrupted our podcast, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
It was the very first episode. Someone. randomly
Yeah,
interrupted it.
yeah. That was an interesting experience, but
Yeah,
man,
for
this
sure.
is throwbacks now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And also,
Yeah,
happy
no.
birthday to David because
Yeah,
it's
happy
his
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
You got it.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for my day.
Yeah, you
that,
should
That
be.
was the reason why.
Oh yeah, dude.
because-
Maybe
yeah,
a
no, I was
jailbreak will come
saying-
out. Maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the DMV getting my permit, and then I see my phone blowing up with a 40 new text message of Andy.
Distracted
Andy,
driving is
yeah.
not allowed, David.
40 new text messages of Andy saying, "A new jailbreak came out. This is how we roll. This is how we roll." This is
Oh
how
my,
we roll."
yeah. Oh, that's the only thing I'm not looking forward to about the new.
20 new group chats.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Oh,
well,
God.
I think that pretty much wraps things up.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed
Good
it
show for sure. Yeah. And happy 1 year, guys.
Sweet.
Yes, agreed. You guys too. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right,
Sounds
sounds good.
good.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Adios. Bye. See ya. Goodbye. Adios.
You're just gonna keep saying bye. Just keep saying bye in different languages.
Bye. Adios. Oh damn it! See,
Hasta luego.
I'm not very bilingual.